was going to ask you all, Andrea, did you go to the festival?
I didn't. I am still not allowed to travel overnight.
Oh, because
I think budget.
Oh, got it. Okay, we won't get into that. Gabe, were you there?
We don't have overnight travel either unless it's really essential. So it's not that far away, but going up and back, and
it's a full day.
It's its own thing. There's a whole backstory we can tell.
We won't share that with the world right now.
Basically, I like it. It's a great event. It's just always an exhausting. I just always remember being very sweaty.
Yeah.
And driving home is like,
Warwick's used to actually charter buses. I can't remember who was. I can't remember what I was on, and somebody was reminding. Oh, I was at a luncheon the other day for one of our authors, and they remind us that we used to charter buses from San Diego up to that
couple of buses,
2 buses full of people that we used to take up there. I only did it once, and I was like, I'm never doing that again.
Romans used to do buses too. They was
on a bus once, like 12, 15 years ago. I did a bus. I was one of the bus captains. I remember.
They were like 15. They had like a half dozen, 8 buses.
Yeah.
They meet in the parking lot.
I always say,
exactly.
I always say I have a love-hate relationship because I love the festival. But anytime you're at the festival, like you said, it's hot, it's sweaty, and it's exhausting. The amount of just the walking, the scene, the meeting everybody. But I will say, not to brag because I'm so cool like that. But I spent my weekend with Michael Connelly and Alton Brown, so no biggie.
Well, there you go. I love some Alton Brown and some Michael Connelly.
Just
was Michael. I remember Michael. Does he still sign in the Mysterious Galaxy booth? That's where he used to always sign before.
Oh, he was all over. So
I just loved what they did this year because I saw some authors, and I think we're going to see some really good author photos coming up because they did do you know that they do at the Oscars where Mark Siegel sets up that Vogue? You guys know what I'm talking about at all? No.
Never been to the Oscars.
Am I talking? So on social media, they always post these like fabulous pictures, like at the Vanity Fair party, where Mark Siegel takes these like great photos. Well, they did something similar at the festival, and all the authors were taking these like fantastic photos that they were posting on their social media. So I'm hoping that we get better photos than some of the. we get some worst author photos. We should do a whole thing on author photos. Anyways, no. I digress. So the order today is going to be Amanda, I think Andrea, Gabe. Let me look here. No, Gabe, Andrea. So Amanda, Gabe, Andrea, Amanda. Oh, let me do the share screen.
Is it already?
Take it away.
Here we go. Where am I even at? I don't even know where I'm at right now. Here we go. Share screen. Oh, I'm out of order. This is me being out of order.
I hate when that happens. You guys got Gretchen McNeil? I love Gretchen.
Okay. Success is mine. I'm sorry. I can just say I'm still tired from festival. There we go. That's my excuse for today on why my brain's scattered today. Okay, good. So we're good. We see my PowerPoint now. All right. Okay, so the first book that I have to present today, again, all of these books are out tomorrow. We have Kaike from Vaishnavi Patel. I apologize if I just butchered her name. I try my best to pronounce, but I know how difficult it is. So this book, here we go, inspired by Indian culture and myths. So they've always been dominated by the male view. So this is now a new and exciting view. So how do you navigate a world ruled by gods, a world that grants the power of rule to men? This reimagining of Indian mythology is ideal for the readers of Circe who are looking for an unapologetic update to the male-dominated tales of world culture. I mean, how cool is that? Stunning cover that we have here. So there we go. I have Kaike by Vaishnavi Patel out tomorrow.
Excellent. That's the popularity of Circe and that whole genre. It could be a subgenre of books. Yeah.
You know what? It's great. I love retellings, and I love that we're getting particularly a mythology from this world that we haven't seen a lot of from. So I think that's going to be really cool. So yeah, it's got a lot of really great stuff going for it in Kaike. So
fantastic. And
Great package.
You know what I love on Edelweiss? Some of the publishers put, when I do the grids, they put how to pronounce, they put the phonetic pronunciation of the author's names. And Gabe, I think it's Harper that does it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Now that you're not in your head, because I just turn in your grids like last week or so.
Last week.
Yeah. So yeah, and I was like, brilliant.
It is, because sometimes you're just like, I feel awful because I have a name that's very difficult.
Right.
Pronunciation. So I get it.
Right.
I always try to be very, very aware of pronunciation on names. So
anyway, so I was loving that.
You want to be respectful, you know, you don't want to hash somebody's name.
Oh my God. One time I did a Kaliba thing. They'll never ask me back because I butchered every say, and they told me how to say them. And then the more they told me, the more I wasn't able to pronounce it. And it just became this giant cluster. And I was just mortified at myself. I was just like, okay, I'm never doing that again. It was terrible. Oh my God, it was terrible.
When I was teaching, I got good at names. And because you recognize certain patterns in names that help with pronunciation later on. So I did learn that.
It was bad. All right, Gabe, what do you got for us next?
I have an old favorite, Robert Pirsig, who has passed away quite a while ago, but and didn't publish a lot. I mean, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance is one of the cornerstones of the 70s and into the 80s a little bit. And Robert Pirsig's book on, simple motorcycle, cross-country motorcycle ride turns into this huge, thoughtful meditation on life and success in life and what to do with oneself. Very Zen. And I remember I don't know where I had to read it, for a college class or something. I had to read it once upon a time. So he stays with you. And then he passed away, and there was he had done some scattered writings, some published, some not, that his wife put together. And, he was an interesting fellow. He had a lot of thoughts. And so these are some further writings from Robert Pirsig on quality, on excelling, but personal quality and personal excellence. It's an interior book. It's not a business book. A very thoughtful author, a very thoughtful personality who had something to say once upon a time. And, we still sell tons of Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. We're always repackaging it and keeping it up to date. And we sell, tens of thousands of copies a year in the various editions. And so people are really still interested in Robert Pirsig and what he has to say and that whole journey thing. This is something you can just pick up and put down, flare up your brain a little bit, make you think a little bit about yourself. Just exactly what Robert Pirsig meant to do with Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance.
So both women and men readers? Yeah,
absolutely.
Because I was going to say, great Father's Day gift, and then I was like, no, I bet women can read this. I mean,
and Mother's Day book, yeah. I mean, there's certain books, the Jonathan Livingston Seagulls, the Prophets that had their day.
Right. So this is in that vein.
Yeah. Well, this has had a lot. I mean, I guess you still sell some Prophets and some Jonathan Livingston Seagull, but
my God, do you remember the phenomenon that Jonathan? God, that was cuckoo crazy.
I was a kid, I guess, probably middle school or something when I read it. I was
I remember I had my copy. I had my copy of Jonathan Livingston Seagull. Okay, Andrea, what do you got for us?
Okay, first I'm going to share my screen. And I want to talk about forest walking, discovering the trees and woodlands of North America. This is by Peter Wolleben, who is the author of the best-selling Hidden Life of Trees that Warwick's and just about every indie bookstore across the land did very well with. And this is out today officially, but Warwick's has already sold a few copies, so they put it out early, and there's no hard and fast street date. So but there are a few copies left. So, please do call up and reserve those. They're going quickly. And this is basically, it's got some illustrated pages, but it's mostly text. And it's just basically how to really enjoy the forests, the trees, and just the forest, the woodlands of North America, and really just kind of picking up on the Japanese notion of forest bathing, basically, is what this is, with Wollobin's like very interesting take on the hidden life of trees and how they are communicating with each other, and we can learn a lot about them. So this is just a trade paperback, $18.95, nice cover, and perfect for this extended time of sort of getting back to nature and mellowing out. Can always learn from these kinds of books. The thing I like about this book too is that, it does move beyond trees, to like, you urge people to just, dip their feet in the streams, that sort of thing, but also get really tactile with things like, taste the leaf, taste the bark. Don't necessarily do that with any vividly colored mushrooms, however. That would be a mistake. But I'm just happy this is on the list, and it's going to be another winner from Peter Wollobin.
Let me tell you, there we go. I love all of the forest books and the tree books, and what was the other one? What was the other one? Under something.
Underworld. McGregor. What was his name? McSomething. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the fungi one where like fungi talk to, it's just fascinating. It's absolutely fascinating.
Yeah.
And the forest bathing is, that's kind of amazing.
The more we learn, the less we know, basically.
Isn't that the truth? I love that. So Liz was talking. Hi, Liz, if you're still on here, Liz Campions that might be on here with us. Putting the pronunciations of the names was a key thing, I tell you what. And so Beth is on here asking us that at some point, will we do a session of maybe books that didn't get the love that they should have during the pandemic? That might be an interesting one to do for us, because I think that, if you, Beth, are like me, I'm always attracted to the new and shiny. I can't even remember what I was reading this weekend. It's that bad. The Understory. Thank you, Jill. The Understory. I knew somebody would have it out there for us. So that's what we were thinking of. Okay, Amanda, second choice.
Yay. All right. So next up I have Milk Street, from the Milk Street, The World in a Skillet from Christopher Kimball. I am a huge fan of the Milk Street books. Christopher Kimball, of course, I've been a fan of since America's Test Kitchen. So this one is a fabulous book, 125 recipes that you can do in a skillet. Some of them take as little as 30 minutes to do, and kind of almost like a one pot thing that in the skillet. Everybody has a skillet. It's like one of the very first things I bought when I had my very own apartment. I had a skillet. So that's like kind of a go-to. So here we go. You're going to have a variety of dishes from all over the world. And the one thing that I will say about the Milk Street is they're tried and true. They're simple, easy to understand. They're almost foolproof in a way, the Milk Street cookbooks. So I'm definitely a fan of that series. And this is the newest one out tomorrow, The World in a Skillet.
Do they have good photos?
Beautiful photos.
All right. That's
gorgeous.
Always
that's
my thing on a cookbook. It's got to show me what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
Don't need the recipes. What do you use recipes for anyways?
It's just like, I gotta see what it's supposed to look like.
Pages. Let me just put the pages. I know every time I see a cookbook, I'm like, oh my God, that looks so delicious. I'm like, oh, that looks so, I just like looking at the pages. They're always just fun.
Okay, Beth Johnson just finished, speaking of cookbooks, she just finished Stanley Tucci's Taste. I know that's Shannon's book, but oh my God, it was so good. I listened to it on Libro.fm,
Did he do the audio?
Yes, he does.
Of course he would do the audio.
So it's just brilliant. And I saw that he's coming back. I don't know if it started already, but CNN has his next series of whatever his Italy series is. So Overstory, Jill's right. It wasn't Under, it's Overstory. Oh, is that the one I'm thinking of? I don't know. Overstory is the I don't know. I'll have to look it up now. We are digressing. I'm jumping back and forth on.
There is something with Under in it though.
There is.
Yeah, I've got it downstairs. It's under.
Because Overstory is a different one. Overstory is one that has a little bit more of a. In fact, it might be a novel. Underland.
That's the fiction one. Yeah. Overstory is the Powers fiction.
Yes. Right. And Amanda's got it. Underland by McFarlane.
Nice work, Amanda.
There we go.
It's a Norton book. It's a Joe book.
Yes, it's a Joe book.
Yes,
okay.
Norton.
Boy, it took a hive mind on that one.
Takes a village, baby. Amanda, you're the facile mind here. Come on. You're the young one.
Come on. All right. Okay, Gabe, what do you got next for us?
There's a reason we're stalling.
Look over there. Yeah. You gotta distract.
So I'm going to talk about Robert Pirsig on quality. Blood Will Tell by Heather Chavez. Second book from Heather Chavez. Her first book, No Bad Deed, received some really good reviews and really strong reviews for a debut thriller mystery. And this one, I think, is going to cross that line and get her even more attention. It is just one of those books that just starts off right away with a quick pace. We have the two main protagonists. The two protagonists are two sisters. So Frankie is the older sister and Izzy is the younger sister. Frankly, fiercely protective of Izzy. And Izzy has made some really bad choices, and she's been bailed out many a times. The worst of them being episode many years earlier from when the book starts, where 6 people were out partying, but only 5 returned, kind of thing. And the 6th person was never heard from again, and Lizzie has no memory. So Frankie helped her out of that mess, and now there's an Amber Alert, and Frankie's truck has been singled out as the vehicle that's on all the signs. So now it's Izzy's turn. Really well done, really strong characters, 2 strong female characters, very different, but very, very connected to one another and very loyal to each other. And which makes the stakes even higher, for both of the characters. So a good, tense mystery thriller. I think the audience is, again, anybody who likes, this sort of book. I can't say enough about how the progression. I think the No Bad Blood was a really good read, and I think this is like a notch better. And I think when we're reading authors, I remember talking to an author one time, and I just started reading this author. She goes, "Well, I read the first book, and it was all right." She goes, "It could have been better, but something about it, I liked the characters a little bit, and so I was willing to read the second book. But the second book was markedly better, and then the third book was markedly better, and this author just kept getting better." And I think that's, it's really good to see an author, next book be a little stronger, not the same old thing, and not just rehash, but something completely fresh and put together as a book. All that stuff, as a professional, as a craft, right. You see the growth. So excited to see what else we're going to see from Heather. Yeah, she's a California author. She lives up in Santa Rosa, I think.
Okay. Yeah, no, I agree with you, because sometimes it seems that, some first novels are just fantastic, and that's just like, oh my God, that's great. But then, like you said, it's a craft, it's a job. It's like, and people, especially I think in that genre, Gabe, right, people actually do get better as they go along with it, because they learn, just like, I still I will never be a writer, but you just watch them get better with the crafting of the story and how they put it together.
All the little things.
Just little things. Yeah, just some little things. Okay. Gabe, not to make anybody else feel bad, but we have a customer on that watches us all the time, who has procured 95 of your titles, Gabe, over tea time.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
I haven't talked about it. I'm trying to do the math, but I
Do
got
the
to count
math.
it twice. So good job.
Hey, I need to step up my game, clearly.
Andrea, come on now, you two. I don't want to make this a competition or anything, but that Beth, thank you. That
Was that Beth?
I just started, so I'm not gonna do that because I'm still new.
All right, there you go.
So, you don't have the Harper list. That's the other problem.
Oh, ouch.
Wow. I would say something bad, but Harper did put a roof over my head for like 30 years.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna remain mute on this one.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, I think that's good. That's a good
wise
plan.
choice. Wise choice. Okay, Andrea, what do you got
Don't bite
next?
the hand that feeds you.
Ever.
Yeah. I'm going to talk about two
so cute
books to finish this out. This is totally adorable. The most important thing. This came out in mid-March, but I want to talk about it now. It's $17.99 hardcover paperboards from one of our new children's publishers, Red Comet Press. And these guys they're somebody to watch. I'm telling you, they've got it down. They know what's going on. This book is told in like really nice rhyming sentences, but all of the animals are together, and
so cute.
They all like their own attributes, right? And they're talking about, well, I think that, like, the bunnies, like, I think long ears are the best, and people are like, the porcupines, I like quills. And so then they kind of imagine like what it would be like if all the animals had quills, as you can see here on this page, and they realize that's not going to work out. And then the giraffe definitely thinks that like everybody should have a long neck, but then when you look at what happens when they imagine how they would look, it's like, no, that's not quite right. And what if everybody's green? So, and the illustrations are so cute. And of course, this little birdie thinks that everybody should have wings. And then finally the wise owl, oh yeah, I forgot the trunk, the elephant. Everybody should really have a trunk so you can see all the animals with trunks. And then finally the owl decides that, it goes through all the animals. The owl, who's very wise, says, listen, we've all got it going on in our own way. And our strength is our diversity, our collective diversity. So it's a great little lesson that's gently told. I love these pages.
They're so great.
So great.
It's just fantastic. And each of the pages that where the animals imagine having the major attribute of one of their neighbors is in a huge gatefold pullout. So it's really beautiful, and it's going to be great for read alouds for kids, or if they're on their bellies on the ground, like pulling open the page. And this is for ages 3 to 6. Did I say that already? And this is so great. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. It's like we're all better, we're unique and important. So it's a great little sweet little lesson for kids. I love this book, and I like this just came in really, and Warwick's has already sold some. I think they're gonna sell out, but this is something to call down and put on hold until you can come and get it before the reorder comes back in. So it's just gorgeous. I love it.
Yeah. That is so cute. That
really
those
sweet.
Illustrations did the author do both the illustrations in the book? Is it?
No, there's
an illustrator.
Oh yeah, no, there is. Yeah, it's translated by
it's translated. Okay.
By somebody. This is a Italian import.
Oh,
but
it's fantastic.
Antonella Abatiello.
I love it. That is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it's great, and the translation is good too. The verses work. So
yeah. Okay, Kim's on here. Kim, your two books that you like, the first one that you liked was one of Tom's picks. He did A House Between Earth and Moon. That one looked really good too, that I thought. And then Amanda, who's behind the scenes, and Steve were the ones that recommended When We Were Birds. My sister's reading that right now, and she's begging me to read it. So I hear that's a really good one too. My to read list is out of control right now. Andrea, I've got a couple of yours that I need to get to, that I'm dying to get to, but I got asked to do an interview. So I've got a that slipped in. So it's just like, oh, too many good books, not enough time.
Too many good books.
The stack always grows. It just never seems to deplete.
Never ending.
There's so many. There's so many good books out there right now. It's a
good problem. It's a
darn good
problem.
It is. I need to hit retirement so I can read all the books.
My problem is my spouse is also a book person. And then since she started helping out at Diesel, it's just like, oh my God, it's insane.
It's insane. And then it also it's actually anxiety. It actually gives me a little bit of anxiety because it's just like, so then I start reading like really fast and then I don't remember what I read because I'm trying to read so fast. It's just like, oh my God. I just put 2 gigantic bookcases. I've got bookcases in closets. My house is just a disaster. I just put 2 giant bookcases thinking that, I'll have room because I just had stacks everywhere. Filled them up.
Filled it up right away. Yeah.
Filled it up.
I got a little storage shed out in my carport to help me stack some stuff
my
that I built the other day.
I think my roof's gonna cave in. All right. Lightning round. Okay, Amanda. Yay.
Last one up. Here we go. We have Dig to Graves by the amazing Gretchen McNeil. So here we go. 17-year-old film noir Nev is a girl who just wants to be seen but doesn't really fit in anywhere. She is betrayed by her best friend Yasmin at the end of the school year. So she heads off to a girl empowerment camp, feeling like no one's ever going to love her again. But then she grabs the attention of the beautiful, charismatic Diane, and she falls right under her spell and may have accidentally promised to murder Diane's predatory stepbrother, Javier, in exchange for Diane murdering Yasmin. But that was a joke, right? Right? Wrong. When Yasmin turns up dead, Diane comes calling, attempting to blackmail Nev into murdering Javier. So this is a retelling, of course, of Alfred Hitchcock's Strangers on a Train, done in the amazing voice of Gretchen McNeil. So young adult title, so 14 plus on this one. So yeah, there we go. Dig to Graves. Don't want to give much more away than that, but there you go.
I know that's the hard thing with some of these books. It's just like, I think it was The Anomaly that is still one of the books, still ends up on our bestseller list. And it's one that it's just like, you don't want to tell anybody too much, and it's just like, just trust me, just read this book. Just trust me. That sounds like another one of those. Just trust me. Okay, Gabe. We're blowing through it today, man. We are like,
I mean, this could be the A team right here.
I know, I'm telling you.
Disparage any of my other colleagues, but machines are here.
Ooh, this is a good one.
So, she may not need any help because she is Viola Davis and it just got picked for the Oprah Book Club. But, I got to talk about Viola Davis because I love Viola Davis.
Yep.
And honest to God, sometimes you see a role and you're just like, I don't recognize that woman. I bet it's Viola Davis because she is in character. And with makeup and what she does, it's always her and Cate Blanchett are two people who they look different in everything. Their face is just, I don't know what it is, but when she becomes a role, that's who she is. And she's not Viola Davis anymore. And I think she's just a magnificent artist and has got an amazing body of work. And we did really well with the Cicely Tyson book, who Cicely had like 2 movies on her resume. It was Jane Pinkman and Sounder, really. Viola's body of work is huge and always at the forefront of SAG Awards and nominations and Golden Globes and things like that. So, I think a real special artist. All these books go on sale tomorrow. So you order them now. You can pick them up tomorrow at the store. But we're really excited and proud to be publishing Viola Davis. I think it's going to be a good publication. She's got a lot to say. She sings a lot.
Yeah, read the book. Obviously, read the book because the books are always better. But it's just like I can't wait to hear her talking with Oprah about it too.
And a great jacket.
Oh my gosh! Like
great
such a
jacket.
Great package. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
simple.
Really, really, really good. But you're so right on everything she touches in acting is just incredible. So I imagine she's got some great stories to tell in that book.
Got stories.
Yeah. Really good story. That's the fun about I love all of the celebrity bio stuff because it's just, I mean, because you know the actors and the stories, and then you get like some of the just like little tidbits that they're willing to share. It's fast. It's better than a People magazine article.
And she's talking about the power of stories as well, how stories and how we sort of conform our stories societally.
Right.
So are we really real? And she's brilliant on the page and on the screen.
Okay, let's talk about Return to Factopia.
Yes. So this is Return to Factopia from Britannica Books that brought you the all new children's encyclopedia that has done extremely well since it first came out a couple of years ago now. And they're doing these small little breakout fact books that are doing really well. The first one has sold like about 15,000 copies, like just straight out the gate, which is really good for this size of a publisher. This is the second one in the series of 8 of these Factopia books, and I think they're all going to do really well. This is right now, it's in stock at Warwick's. It's $14.99. And it's a little unjacketed hardcover. And it's basically, you follow the trail of 400 facts that are threaded together in this fascinating way. And the topics include, as I've written here in my notes, astronauts, polar bears, roller coasters, saber-toothed cats, shipwrecks, bananas, pirates, orangutans, many more subjects. And the thing that I really like about Britannica is this is not, grandpa's like dusty old encyclopedia that's really got vibrant and compelling images for today's tech savvy kid who, has seen some images in brilliant color on, dad's iPad. So I just think that they've really, just hit the high mark here on what they're doing in terms of like drawing kids into learning about the world. And I just cannot say enough about this series. So if you see the Britannica Books imprint, friends, buy this for your kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews, friends of the family. You just can't go wrong with these books.
Another one on my list, Andrea, for my little nieces and nephews.
I'm really glad that you're buying these like books for them because they're just so great. I mean, I always think like, where were these when we were kids? I know. I would have just eaten this stuff up.
I had the best time. My little niece and nephew, they're my great niece and nephew, but they came to the store and I let them, because when I first started in this business, I let my kids, it was one of the most fun thing that I did was my kids were, I think in like, I don't know, 5th and 6th grade or 5th and 7th grade, something like that. And we went to the book and I said, just buy me, and they stacks. And I love doing that with little kids. And I got to do it with my great niece and nephew the other day at Warwick's. It was so much fun. Just like, pick what you want. Just pick what you want, Stacy was there helping them. So much fun. So much fun.
A kid can never have too big of a library. Nope. I love it. All right. I'm going to share with you some events that we've got going on because that's just the way I am. So tomorrow, Don Winslow, baby. Okay. He made an announcement over the weekend. If anybody is in San Diego or wherever you are in the world watching, Don Winslow has announced that he is not touring anymore. And I'm not sure if he's giving up writing. I think he's giving up writing too, right, Gabe?
That was giving up writing too.
Yeah.
So this was the talk of festival.
Yeah. The good thing is that this series is finished. So we'll get these 3. Is it not?
2 more books coming from it.
2 more books. That's right. So we'll get this one and then the other 2 that follow it. So we will have more of Don Winslow, but after this, that's it. So if you're in San Diego, he's going to be down at the Central Library tomorrow. You can get tickets here. Tomorrow, Adriana Trigiani's book comes out, and I read this. If you like a good historical fiction, she's a great storyteller. She's a great character builder. I love this. We're doing a virtual event with her next week. I don't know. The year is 2020 seemed to never end. And this year seems like it is on just like steroids or something. It is blowing. I can't believe it's already going to be May. And then James Patterson, talking about James Patterson. So we got this coming up. I can't wait for this. I just adore James Patterson.
What's he done lately?
He's got nothing. I mean, come on.
What hasn't he done lately, right?
He's got to have great stories with the people that he's worked with,
exactly.
too. So,
And
sure.
his just giving back in so many ways that, you know, and his advice he gives to other writers, he's just a gentleman writer, and I just love him. So, and then Kim Dower will be in the house next week too. She's got some poetry she's going to share with us. Lillian Fetterman will be here. I've got some great virtual stuff. So check out our website. So there you go. Another great week, you guys. Were there good prizes? People who won for the festival? I think I saw who won the fiction, but I can't remember now. I don't know.
The award winners?
The award for the did not get to go to the awards.
Oh.
I've never been to the awards, but I did.
I got invited to the awards, and for a very brief moment I considered going, and then Adrian kind of slapped me upside of the head and was just like, okay, you're gonna go sit in a ballroom with everybody. I was like, oh yeah, probably not such a great idea right now.
It would have been fun to do it outdoors, but it's sometimes iffy in April, the weather sometimes.
Cold. So all right, everybody. Thank you for the recommendations. Let me check back, because now Facebook goes out on Edge instead of on my Chrome, so it's not on the same. Beth saw Don Winslow on the Saturday morning, Sunday morning, whichever morning it was that he did that. All right. Okay, everybody. Another great week. Happy reading, everyone, and we will see everybody next week. Ciao.
Bye.
Bye all.
I'm channeling Stanley Tucci.